There is an answer here to a question no one's ever even dreamed of asking.
Okay, let's get this spoiler alert out of the way. If you're not caught up on Westworld, stop watching right now, but come back later of course, because episode 2 of season 2 has answered a huge question. We now know the true motivations of the people pulling the strings behind the scenes of the park. Well, sort of. According to The Hollywood Reporter's Westworld expert Josh Wigler, we have, at the very least, part of an answer. The episode is called Reunion, and it mostly focuses on 2 different characters across multiple points in time, Evan Rachel Wood's Dolores and William, played by Ed Harris or Jimmy Simpson, depending on the time frame. Among the flashbacks served up this week, we see the younger William bringing his father-in-law to Westworld to talk about investing in the park. As William pitches his possible business partner, a frozen Dolores is nearby. We later learn she has access to these memories and more. This place is fantasy, William says. Nothing here is real except one thing, the guests. Half of your marketing budget goes to figuring out what people want because they don't know. But here, they're free. Nobody is watching, nobody is judging. At least that's what we tell them. This is the only place in the world where you get to see people for who they really are. If you don't see the business in that, then you're not the businessman I thought you were. As Wigler points out, this idea ties directly into something introduced in the season 2 premiere, Bernard witnessing 2 drone hosts data mining a fallen host and realizing that the park has been logging records of guest experiences, DNA included. The man in black orbit spells the theory out when talking to his old friend Lawrence. People wanted a place hidden from God, a place they could sin in peace, the gunslinger reveals. But we were watching them. We were tallying up all their sins, all of their choices. Of course, judgment wasn't the point. We had something else in mind entirely. But what did they have in mind? Wigler has a few guesses. Blackmail for one, he writes. Cataloging personal data for advertising purposes at best, total manipulation at worst. In essence, William has sketched out a vision of Westworld as a flesh and blood intranet where private information isn't quite as private as one might think, a notion that's all too real in our very own world. As our blood collectively runs cold at that prospect, make sure you head to thr.com/Westworld for Josh Wigler's full recap of Reunion, including that awesome Breaking Bad star cameo, as well as full coverage of the HBO drama. In the meantime though, head to the comments and let us know your thoughts on the season so far. For The Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Lindsay Rodriguez.